You know, the saying goes, we release the words out of our mouth into the atmosphere as a big, big, big acoustic zone that bounces those words right back into our lives. I'm here to tell you today that be mindful of what you say. The topic is yes, you, but be mindful at the same token of what you say and what you release. Human beings, mankind is very powerful. What happens is we have to tap into our power. And sometimes some people have to tap into their power to believe in their power. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to tap into your power first to believe in your power. You have to believe in your power to see full power manifestation. And when I say power, I'm not talking about some mythical, magical, abracadabra, hocus pocus, throw your fingers and play with them, twirl them out in the air, and something spectacular will happen. I'm saying that you were created by a creator with a creative imagination, and therefore human beings have the ability to illustrate that in our artistic views, illustrate that in our careers, illustrate that in our personal endeavors. And you are an artistic, professional, personal endeavor seeking power potential person. That's what you're created for. So don't ever let anyone limit you. For so many years, from the time that I was growing up, if I would sit here and tell you some of the things that were spoken over my life that would have, should have, could have had me believing, but then something, and it goes back to my no factor. If you haven't heard no factor, go to no factor, because I thank the Lord above for the no factor, because no matter what was said and spoken into my life, when you know that you know that you know, you just know. It's hard for someone else to convince you. Ever since I was young, I knew I was destined for greatness. I just didn't know what and who and when and how, but I just knew that I was going to live a different life, no matter what. And I remember, I love my aunt, my mother's sister. She is amazing. And it's as if God sends confirmation to you right when you need it. And I believe confirmation is in everything we come into contact with, from the time you wake up and go to bed, the trees, the birds, the people, the flowers, the signs, the billboards, not no neon sign or whatever. But I believe that the universe confirms God's plans and destiny for mankind if we just take the time out to pay attention. And so my aunt used to always tell me, and she would say it in our language, of course. For most of you that don't know, I was born and raised in Zimbabwe. First language is Shona, but I call her Mainini. My Mainini, which means small mother. My aunt, my Mainini, used to always tell my mother, and my bingesa mwana wenyu uyu anoda zvinhu zvinonaka. Translating to English, she said, and my bingesa means it's my mother, Mrs. Bengesa. Your daughter loves good things. She's got good taste, pretty much, to put it into context. And I used to think, oh, this lady knows me, and she's my aunt. She knows how I like finer things in life. But I mean, I grew up later on, and I'm not really creme de la creme, but I just always knew, and I knew that I was destined for greatness. That's not a pompous way of seeing yourself. You have to be confident in yourself, because some people don't even have the ability to say, oh, I see greatness within myself, because they think that's a pompous statement. No, it's not. It's an affirmation of where and what you're supposed to be. I had to learn that a long time ago, because I too, because some of the words that were spoken to me and things that I went through, people had me doubting my confidence. People had me doubting who I was and when I was and if I could. Because of that, I was hesitant to say I was destined for greatness. But even though growing up that I knew that I was destined for greatness, I had not put greatness as the caption. I just knew that my life was a game changer, that my life was targeting different, it was going down a different road, that my life would not mimic that of my mother's, my father's, my relatives, or anyone's. I just had refused life in that retrospect. I had just refused the cycle of life and the cycle of other people's life in that retrospect. Because even sometimes relatives are very wonderful people. They don't mean any harm, but sometimes they could speak death into you. Well, in our culture, it's something that's kind of prevalent. They'll be like, oh, this one's going to grow up like so-and-so. No, I'm not. I'm going to grow up like Memory Bengessa, and go forth. I'm not going to grow up like so-and-so and so-and-so, because I felt like you're putting a caption on who I'm going to grow up like. Bless my Amainini, who always spoke great positive words of confirmation in my life. But I say that because I believe that yes, you can. Yes, you can. It does not matter how you start. What matters is how you finish. It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you end and how you finish. You have the power and the ability to turn it all around to 360. You have the power and ability to walk out of course from what people have predicted you to be. You have the power and ability to be a pioneer of your family, which was something that I heavily sought out. I come from a dysfunctional 3x family, but I had the ability to seek out something different. I had the ability to want a different road. I had the ability to want a different lane. I had the ability to want different. And I tell you, when you know that you know that you know you want different, the course and the atmosphere shifts in your way, and the universe allows for such things. And I thank God above for his provisions in my life, because even though that I knew, I made mistakes along that road, which turned into speed bumps, big old potholes, turned into, cracked parts on the road, but I still managed to be on course, and I believe that has been God's provision over my life. So yes, life is not perfect. It's not fair. Life is life, but it's what you make of life. As long as you know that you know, go to the know factor, according to know what you know that you know. And believe that you have the power. Yes, you. Yes, you. Yes, you, the one that comes from a line of alcoholics, have the power to be the only sober one, to start a new generation of sober living. Yes, you that comes from a more, yes, you that comes from a poverty-stricken environment, have the ability to be a pioneer for your generations to come, generations that will affect generations and generations. Yes, you have the ability to create a paradigm shift from what the generations before, your forefathers and foremothers, have done in your bloodline. Yes, you have the ability to change the course, to do the paradigm shift in your favor, to be the first billionaire, to be the first trillionaire. How about that? Yes, you have the ultimate power and the ability. No matter what kind of background you come from, no matter who people have said you're going to turn out with, no matter what mistakes you have made, no matter what speed bumps you've come into, no matter what big potholes you have fallen into and dug yourself out of, no matter what ditches you might have actually landed in, you could still be on course. You could still be on the road to be the pioneer of your bloodline, of your generation and generations to come. Yes, you have the power to change that course. I love you that much. I want you to believe in the power of yourself through the divine.